Hi everybody. There's not going to be a Sunday show today. There's no way for me to get to the point where I can make a Sunday show today. Yesterday I just got out of the shower. Yesterday I took Piper and Pony, my son's French bulldog, to the vet to get their shots. And you would think Piper would be the hard one because she is 8 pounds and whatnot. But what it turned out to be was that Pony had a really hard time with his shots. So last night at, okay, so when I took him, everything seemed to be fine, right? Like everybody seemed to be okay. And then last night I get a call from my son that there's something wrong with Pony. He's been throwing up and he has a rash and he's hot and his skin felt like it was burning and he has this hives everywhere and he's breathing funny. So I say, fine, I'm on my way. And I jump in the car and I don't even know if my lipstick's on right. I jump in the car and I run over and I say, come on, we're gonna take him up to the hospital because I just lost Mabel and she was breathing funny, so now I'm panicked. So we get to the hospital and we go in and they see him and he's having like a severe allergic reaction. So they give him a bunch of shots and then we have to lay around and wait there to see if any of the shots worked, and that was a whole thing. And then I like drove home and it was like 2:30 by the time I got here, and it was like late and I was exhausted and I just like went to sleep, and I woke up with people, and I was gonna do a video yesterday but I just never, I mean, just things never got to it. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. And then so Pony's fine. I'll put a picture here. That my son sent me this morning, that he's better and that everything's okay, but I don't have a Sunday show ready. And normally I can usually like wing something, but I can't even wing something because I didn't even finish. Like last night what I was looking at was like famous moms like in religion and whatnot. Yeah, never got finished with that, and it's just been really hard lately to get to videos. So I'm so sorry. Like I feel like I've really let you down on this Sunday show. So let me go here though. How about Happy Mother's Day? Because the thing about moms, like recently, let me tell you what I did recently. Recently, I called my mom up and I was like, tell me something about you that I don't know. I asked my mom some questions about herself because of that. Because the only way we look at women like who are our mothers is mostly by the eyes of the child. Like even now, like when I think of my mother, I think of like in relationship to me, but not who she was before me, before my sister. Like who was she? What did she do? And my mom has an incredible story about breaking out on her own way back before women did that. Being brave enough to leave the state she was born in and everyone she knew to come north and like start a whole new life. And she did that like on her own with like no one's help. She went with like no money, and like this story was fabulous. But I would have never known that had I not said to her, tell me something about yourself from before me, from before when I was like there and important in your life. And the reason why I did it was because like I have a story from before my kids, but I never really heard my mom's, and I only looked at her as the mother to me, not the woman beyond. Do you know what I mean? So my suggestion to you today is ask your mom about, like, ask her who she went to the prom with. That's how it started. I said, who'd you go to the prom with? She's like, oh, PJ, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, no. I want to know about you. I want to know what are some of the important things that you did before us kids. Like, what was your life like? What was it like? And she would tell us like little things about what she did as a young child. I would hear certain stories about my uncles and whatnot, but I never really heard like about what she did, her thoughts, her feelings on what was going on in the country, or on what was going on in her life, or what she ended up, what was her day, what did her day look like? It was an amazing conversation. I got her talking. She just kept going. I loved it. Her story is pretty astounding for the times back then, because they didn't, like, you didn't leave the home the way she did. Like, you just didn't do that, you know? And she was such a rebel, like, really, and kind of eclectic. She was a model. And she wanted to be an actress, and kind of like my sister and I in our own way. Like, we're kind of a little weird that way. Like, just so cool to see that side of her. You know, you don't get to see that. They want, even like with my kids, like I'm pretty honest with my kids about like who I am and what I do and all that stuff. But you want to kind of show your kid you without all the flaws, and it's unrealistic. Or not without the flaws, the learning lessons. Do you know what I mean? And you only tell them like these little morsels and tidbits and stuff, but you don't give them the full picture. And like, I got a picture in my mind now of my mom pre-kid. And it is the coolest picture. And I'm so grateful that I asked that question. Like, who did you take to the prom? Like, who did you go to the prom with? Did you have a boyfriend? What was his name? Blah, 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 blah. And I just got her talking. Get your mom talking. She is full of so many funny stories that you've never heard because you've never asked. Because you keep looking at her like just your mother, but she's not. She's a whole woman with a whole life before you, with tons of really cool stories and things to learn from her. I mean, it's just really cool. I really enjoyed my mom telling me all her little crazy stuff about when she was young. You should do the same thing. That's my gift to you on Mother's Day, is take this time to more than just celebrate your mom. Get to know her. Like, you will be so shocked. You will be shocked at like some of the stuff she tells you, or at least I was. Like, my mom's funnier than I thought. She was way more rebellious than I thought. Like, I always saw her as kind of the straight, kind of like, you know, not go against the grain person. I was totally wrong, okay? And you don't find out unless you ask. So go ask your mom some questions on this Mother's Day. I hope you guys that are mothers, like, your blessings. You're the creative. You are Mother Earth. You are the creative in our life, okay? And remember that. Like, you have already created, if you already have children, you've already created the best thing you're ever going to create in your life. That's the way it works. And if you don't have children yet, but are going to one day, it'll be the best moments of your life. Best thing I ever did was have 3 sons. My 3 sons are everything, and they're really good people, which really makes me proud. And my mom gave birth to me and my sister, and I think we're really good people, which I hope that makes her proud, and on, okay? I love you guys. I'm sorry that I didn't have a whole setup show. This is the best I could do this morning. I'm still exhausted, as you can tell, my little blurry eyes. My little blurry eyes don't want to open today. The ruddy's on. The ruddy's on. I threw lipstick on. Anyway. Oh, man. Anyway, I love you. If you'd like to follow me down the rabbit hole that is my life, hit the button down below and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. I'm sorry. I can't even say that. Just don't. Just don't worry about it. I love you. Happy Mother's Day. Bye.